A spiritual life versus a normal life. What do I mean when I say that, you can come visit me as a spiritual counselor or a spiritual therapist, even if you don't have a problem? What does it mean to lead a spiritual life? And what does it mean to lead a normal life? And I'm going to explain the difference between both. For example, when you are leading a normal life, you are getting up in the morning, you're going about your day, anything at work. It could be anything, your boss said something, your colleague said something, disturbed you or hurt you, and you couldn't really respond back because of the situation, and you couldn't say anything back, but the incident and the thoughts remain in your mind. Now these thoughts keep going on in your mind, will keep going on and on and on and on for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 10 days. And the number of days and the time depends individually from person to person. But it does go on. And every day that this particular thought goes on, and you actually at some point even may imagine a situation when you could have said something back or you would have retaliated. And you also, imagine such a situation that would possibly come up where you're actually saying something to the person, and or giving it back and you're angry. And but what happens, all of these repressed thoughts and these anger and emotions just stays inside of you, and this staying inside of you could be for, as I said, 1 day, 1 year, 10 years. It depends, it varies from person to person. But the emotion is there, the thoughts are there, the feelings are there. And slowly over a period of time, more incidents happen like this. It could be incidents in your family, with your partner, with your children. It could be something that your partner said and you're really angry, but you couldn't say anything back due to any reason. So, what do? You suppress those feelings, you suppress those emotions, and you continue living, and you're smiling for everyone, and you're smiling at social occasions, and you're generally show a very happy face to everybody. But you know what is going on inside of you. Only you know. And all these suppressed emotions over the past 5 years, 2 years, 10 years, everything is what it is, a suppressed emotion. So, where is that emotion going to go when you suppress it? And if you do not express it, it is not going anywhere. Every thought and emotion and feeling that you have felt in your lifetime till now and you have not expressed it, where does it go? It doesn't go anywhere. It's inside of you. It stays there only. And in different people, it stays, there are different situations it stays in. Some people go into total denial that, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm totally happy. And inside, there is this whole box of emotions which has been just boxed up and kept aside. But on the top, in the world, what is shown to everyone is, oh my God, I'm so happy. I have a beautiful life. I'm happy. I'm smiling. I'm laughing. One is that. Second is, these emotions are repressed and suppressed. And once they are suppressed and repressed, but they come out in different ways. They come out in, small irritabilities happening at all times, not sleeping well, not eating well, and just getting annoyed with everyone and anyone at real small, small things. And basically, over a period of time, just getting into a state of not liking your life, not liking the way you live. And of course, then if this continues over a period of time, it could culminate into any kind of lifestyle diseases like sugar, having high sugar or high BP, or skin problems or hair problems, or these are the basic lifestyle problems which culminate into, even later on, could culminate into clots, in your body, or even to the point of I know somebody who couldn't express her feelings over a trauma and a loss in her life, who actually got a pacemaker put next to her heart because her heart was having irregular beats. So it depends on exactly how much you suppress, what is the reason you suppress, and for how many years, how much time that emotion is suppressed. Now, this is what happens when you live a normal life, because you don't know. Nobody teaches you what to do with those emotions. You don't know what to do with those thoughts, those feelings. You're clueless. So, what you do? Because you have to carry on with your everyday life, you do what everybody does, what every normal person living does is suppress it, or box it up in a box and hide it somewhere inside, or totally deny that, oh my god, there is definitely no such feeling, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm fine. Having an emotional bypass, as you can call it. So these are the reactions that one does when one is leading a normal life, because you don't know what else to do. It has been taught that it is not good to get angry, it is not good to fight in situations where it's somebody like your elders or in-laws or your boss. You cannot retaliate, you cannot say anything back. So you just have to keep quiet and kind of eat up your anger, or just diffuse it, or uh, you know whatever, throw it out of the window, but you cannot express it. You can do everything else we are taught, but you cannot express your anger, your irritability, your frustrations, your disappointments, your despair, your feeling of hopelessness. You're not allowed to express it, but they are still there, they are there inside of you. And what you do, as I said, is all of these things is hide it and deny it and bypass them and continue living life. And this is the way that you live a life when you live a normal life. What does it mean now to lead a spiritual life? In the same similar situation, when we will take one example, when your boss or somebody in the family or anybody is just, uh, kind of shouting at you, getting angry at you, and telling you that you don't know how to do this, and and whatever. It's just absolutely venting out their anger at you. So you're just standing there and you're listening to that. And in the normal situation, you're getting angry inside and you're getting irritable, but you cannot express it. You cannot say anything because that's how you live normally. You cannot obviously tell your boss to get lost and I don't care for this job and I'm leaving it. You can't do that. So you're standing there and you're listening. And of course, if you're in a relationship also, when someone's shouting at you, you're just listening and just getting angry from inside and all. But when you're leading a spiritual life, as I said, you're wearing colored lenses. Suddenly, you have these colored lenses on your eyes and you're looking at the whole situation with a difference. Now, what is the difference? Like, the difference is that when your boss is shouting at you, because you're leading a spiritual life, it doesn't disturb you. It does not destroy your mental peace. It does not destroy, the peace in your heart. It does not trouble you. It does not make you think about this fight, or this shouting at, or feeling humiliated, for the next 1 year or 6 months, or 10 years after that. You may remember, like, your mother or your father or any XYZ person said something to you, that you're ugly or you're fat or you're thin or something like that, or shouted at you, and you are carrying that with you for years on an end. But when you are living a spiritual life, if anybody says anything to you, one very important point, if anybody says anything to you, it does not destroy your peace of mind. Most important. Second of all, you don't get angry from inside, and you don't hold on to that anger inside, and you don't suppress it like you would do in a normal life. You learn with spiritual tools and techniques and methods that I will teach you. You learn how to release that anger. And with the mindfulness exercises and the practice tools that I give you, the everyday practice tools that I teach and that I will teach you, you will know how to not lose your peace of mind. You will also know how not to hold repressed feelings and anger and emotions in your heart for years and years, because anger is like a poison for the body. Repressed emotions of sadness and despair, hopelessness, feeling worthless, irritabilities, all of these feelings are toxic for your body. And if they are toxic for your body, eventually they are going to come out in the form of some toxic disease or the other. So why would you choose to keep them? Why not release them? And I'm sure all of you may have thought of releasing it one way or the other. But getting a shouting at one place like an office or anywhere and coming and taking it out on your partner or your children is also not correct, is also not the way of releasing it, because that won't work, because you are getting disturbed at a place of office or work or whatever, and you are coming to another place like your home, and you are destroying the peace over there just because your peace got destroyed in the office. So that is not the way to go. So if you would like to learn how to live a life in a better way, how to live a life coming from peace of mind, coming from clarity of mind, and how will you get clarity? You will get clarity when your mind is at peace. If your mind is disturbed constantly, full of worry, even if you're a person who worries a lot, for example, that is also not healthy, because worry is going to eventually lead to anxiety, which is going to lead to panic, and which is also going to lead to lot of other symptoms over a period of time if it is not checked. So even if you have worry, even if you're the kind of person who's a people pleaser, who doesn't know how to say no, lot of situation it happens when you don't know how to say no. But over a period of time, if you keep saying yes when you want to say no, that is also going to fill up your system with anger inside, with frustration, and you will want some kind of a release. And that release may come out, like a volcano, maybe on your partner or your children or your friends or anybody at some point of time. But it keeps building up, and that is not the way to go. So, when you live a spiritual life, when you understand how to use spiritual tools, and you understand how to use the techniques and methods that I teach, you will see to it that keeping your peace of mind is top priority for you. No matter what is happening in the outside world, you will first understand what is happening in your inside world, and then I will teach you how to tackle and handle what is happening in your inside world, because there are always two movies going on in your life. One, what is happening on the outside, and one, what is happening inside of you, in your mind, in your heart, in your feelings. So you will learn how to handle it once you understand that your top priority is your peace of mind. Then I will teach you how to get that peace of mind. Again, as I said, with spiritual tools, with mindfulness exercises, and so many other healing techniques. Once you get there where you understand that yes, I can maintain my peace of mind, then you are going to love it. You are going to so love being in that state of calmness, in that state of peace. And when you are in a state of peacefulness and calmness, you will then get into a state of, sheer joy and happiness. So imagine living a life coming from these emotions of peacefulness, calmness, understanding, compassion, happiness, and joy, vis a vis choosing to live a life with feelings of anxiety, worry, disturbed mind, suppressed emotions, anger, irritability, despair, and just pure frustrations at time. And even besides all of this, sometimes, even wondering where your life is going and what are you supposed to do with it and where are you supposed to go with it, and you are kind of even losing direction in your life because so much of anxiety and frustration and despair or sadness surrounds you constantly, so you lose direction in life. In that case also, spirituality really shows you direction, gives you direction. And all of this comes when you practice spiritual tools, and then you will understand how to change your life from the present, whatever it may be, to an absolutely amazing, beautiful, wonderful, joyful, and happy life. So think about it and ultimately choose. Choose what is the kind of life that you want to live, because it is your choice. And when you choose to live a life better, then you are going to do everything, you are going to strive to make it better. And when you choose to make your life better, and when you decide to choose actually to make your life better, and when you want and you really want to make your life better, that is the best time to get in touch with me. And get in touch with me, and we will start that journey together, and I will show you the techniques and the methods and the tools, and you will be amazed at the changes that come about in your life, at how your vibrations become so powerful, so positive, and how your aura becomes so beautiful, and how everybody around you will also start feeling the changes in you. So, if you love your mental peace and calmness, and you decide to choose, mental peace and calmness vis-a-vis a disturbed and troubled mind, definitely do connect with me. Thank you.